Hello, and this is Delia again, and I'm reading The Vampire Diaries, The Struggle. I am on Chapter 10, and this will be Part 1. The bell rang. There was no time to go back to the cafeteria and tell Bonnie and Meredith. Elena set off for her next class, past the averted faces and hostile eyes that were becoming all too familiar these days. It was hard in history class not to stare at Caroline, not to let Caroline know she knew. Alaric asked about Matt and Stephen being absent for the second day in a row, and Elena shrugged, feeling exposed and on display. She didn't trust this man with the boyish smile and the hazel eyes and the thirst for knowledge about Mr. Tanner's death, and Bonnie, who simply gazed at Alaric soulfully, was no help at all. After class, she caught a scrap of Sue Carson's conversation. He's on vacation from college. I forget exactly where. Elena had enough of discreet silence. She spun around and spoke directly to Sue and the girls Sue was talking to, bursting uninvited into their discussion. If I were you, she said to Sue, I would keep away from Damon. I mean that. There was startled, embarrassed laughter. Sue was one of the few people at school who hadn't shunned Elena, and now she was looking at her as if she wished she had. You mean, said the other girl hesitantly, because he's yours too? Or Elena's own laughter was harsh. I mean because he's dangerous, she said, and I'm not joking. They just looked at her. Elena saved them the further embarrassment of having to reply or get tactfully away by turning on her heel and leaving. She collected Bonnie from Alaric's cluster of after-school groupies and headed for Meredith's locker. Where are we going? I thought we were going to talk to Caroline. Not anymore, Elena said. Wait until we get home, then I'll tell you why. I can't believe it, said Bonnie an hour later. I mean, I believe it, but I can't believe it, not even of Caroline. It's Tyler, Elena said. He's the one with the big plans. So much for men not being interested in diaries. Actually, we should thank him, said Meredith. Because of him, at least we have until Founder's Day to do something about it. Why did you say it was supposed to be on Founder's Day, Elena? Tyler has something against the Fells. But they're all dead, said Bonnie. Well, that doesn't seem to matter to Tyler. I remember him talking about it in the graveyard, too, when we were looking at their tomb. He thinks they stole his ancestors' rightful place at the town's founders or something. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and then I'll go to this next part will be part 2.